In today's world, selfishness often seems like the norm. We are bombarded with messages that tell us to put ourselves first. This constant focus on me can trap us in a cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. We strive for more, but true fulfillment remains elusive. Could there be a different way to live? Is it possible to break free from this cycle of selfishness and find lasting happiness? The greatest obstacle to enlightenment is identifying with our minds. We are so often caught up in the endless chatter of our minds, lost in thoughts, worries, and desires. In this state of mental noise, we lose touch with our true selves. Meditation offers a path to inner peace and connection. It allows us to quiet the mind and reconnect with our true being. Selfishness surrounds us. We see it reflected in the actions of others and often in ourselves. Social media feeds overflow with carefully curated images. People showcase their possessions, achievements, and experiences, seeking validation and admiration. This constant comparison fuels a sense of inadequacy and feeds the desire for more. Consumerism thrives on this insatiable hunger. We are bombarded with advertisements that tell us we need the latest gadgets, the trendiest clothes, and the most luxurious experiences to be happy. This relentless pursuit of material possessions creates a cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. We work tirelessly to acquire more, but our happiness remains fleeting. The gap between the haves and the have-nots widens, leading to social unrest and instability. Technology, while holding immense potential for good, has also fueled the rise of selfishness. Social media platforms, designed to connect us, often have the opposite effect. We present carefully curated versions of ourselves, seeking likes and validation. This digital facade can lead to a distorted sense of self and a disconnect from genuine human interaction. The constant barrage of information and stimulation from our devices can be overwhelming. We become addicted to the dopamine rush of notifications and updates, losing ourselves in the digital world. This addiction can lead to anxiety, depression, and a sense of emptiness. It is essential to use technology mindfully and to prioritize real-world connections. Fear is another driving force behind selfishness. We live in a world filled with uncertainty and change. Economic instability, political turmoil, and environmental crises create a sense of anxiety about the future. This fear can lead us to prioritize our own survival above all else. When we operate from a place of fear, we tend to hoard resources, whether they be material possessions, money, or even opportunities. We become suspicious of others, seeing them as competitors rather than collaborators. The reality is that true security comes not from accumulating possessions, but from cultivating inner peace and connection. By embracing a spirit of collaboration and generosity, we can create a more just and sustainable world for all. Perhaps the most significant factor contributing to selfishness is our own minds. We are constantly bombarded with thoughts, worries, and desires. This incessant mental chatter distracts us from the present moment and disconnects us from our true selves. Lost in the labyrinth of our minds, we identify with our thoughts and emotions, believing them to be who we are. We become attached to our desires, constantly seeking fulfillment in external objects and experiences. The ego, with its constant need for validation and control, perpetuates this cycle. It tells us that we are separate from others, that our happiness depends on external circumstances, and that we must always strive for more. To break free from this cycle, we must learn to quiet the mind and reconnect with our true nature. Lack of self-awareness traps us in a cycle of suffering. When we are disconnected from our true selves, we become consumed by our desires, fears, and ego-driven pursuits. This self-centeredness leads to a constant feeling of dissatisfaction. We chase after fleeting pleasures only to find ourselves wanting more. This cycle perpetuates itself because we fail to address the root cause of our unhappiness, our disconnection from our true nature. True happiness comes from within, from a place of self-awareness and inner peace. By cultivating self-awareness through practices like meditation, we can break free from this destructive pattern. We can begin to understand the motivations behind our thoughts and actions, developing greater compassion for ourselves and others. The journey of self-realization is ultimately a journey of awakening to our interconnectedness with all things. As we cultivate self-awareness, we begin to see through the illusion of separation. We recognize that we are not isolated individuals, but rather integral parts of a vast and interconnected web of life. This understanding of oneness naturally leads to greater compassion, empathy, and love for ourselves and others. We begin to see the world through the eyes of understanding, recognizing the shared humanity that connects us all. This shift in perspective has profound implications for how we live our lives. Our priorities shift from self-centered pursuits to actions that benefit the collective good. Through practices like meditation, we can cultivate the self-awareness necessary to break free from the cycle of selfishness and embrace a life of greater purpose, meaning, and connection. In a world saturated with distractions and demands, finding inner peace can seem like an impossible task. Our minds race with endless thoughts, worries, and desires, keeping us in a constant state of agitation. Meditation offers a sanctuary, a space to quiet the mind and reconnect with our true nature. Meditation, in its essence, is a practice of focused attention. It involves training the mind to become more aware and less reactive. The benefits of meditation are numerous and well documented. Regular practice has been shown to reduce stress and anxiety, improve focus and concentration, enhance self-awareness, and promote emotional regulation. With time and dedication, the benefits of meditation will naturally unfold. Meditation is not about emptying the mind or achieving a state of blissful nothingness. It's about becoming more aware of the present moment, without judgment. It's about observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they arise, without getting swept away by them. As we practice meditation, we gradually develop a sense of separation between our true selves and the incessant chatter of our minds. We realize that we are not our thoughts, but rather the awareness that observes them. This realization is profound. Through meditation, we begin to connect with a part of ourselves that is beyond the ego, beyond our thoughts and emotions. The important thing is to approach the practice with an open mind and a willingness to explore the inner landscape of our being. As we delve deeper into the practice of meditation, a profound shift begins to occur within us. the relentless chatter of the mind gradually quiets, and we begin to experience moments of stillness and clarity. In this sacred space, we catch glimpses of our true nature, a boundless awareness that is filled with peace, love, and wisdom. This emergent self is not something new that we create. Rather, it is always present, hidden beneath layers of conditioning, limiting beliefs, and ego-driven desires. Through meditation, we gently peel away these layers, revealing the radiant being that we truly are. As we connect with our true nature, our perception of ourselves and the world around us transforms. We begin to see through the illusion of separation, recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. We realize that we are not isolated individuals, but rather integral parts of a vast and intricate web of life. This realization is not merely intellectual. It is a visceral experience that touches the very core of our being. We feel a deep sense of belonging, a knowing that we are an integral part of something much greater than ourselves. This understanding naturally gives rise to compassion, empathy, and a profound sense of love for all beings. When we are trapped in the cycle of selfishness, our lives revolve around getting what we want, often at the expense of others. We are driven by a sense of lack, a belief that we need more to be happy and fulfilled. However, as we connect with our true nature through meditation, our priorities begin to shift from taking to giving. This shift is not about denying our own needs or becoming self-sacrificing martyrs. It is about recognizing that true happiness and fulfillment come from a place of abundance, from sharing our gifts and resources with others. As our hearts open in meditation, we naturally feel a desire to extend kindness and compassion to all beings. We become more aware of the suffering in the world, and we are moved to act in ways that alleviate that suffering. This desire to give manifests in countless ways, both big and small. It might involve volunteering our time at a local charity, donating to causes we believe in, or simply offering a listening ear to a friend in need. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, contributes to creating a more loving and compassionate world. Imagine a world where every individual recognized their true nature as love, compassion, and wisdom. Imagine a world where our actions were guided not by greed, fear, or the pursuit of self-interest, but by a deep understanding of our interconnectedness and a genuine desire to contribute to the well-being of all. While this vision may seem idealistic, it is not entirely out of reach. As more and more individuals embark on the journey of self-discovery through meditation, we create a collective shift in consciousness. We plant seeds of love, compassion, and wisdom that have the potential to blossom into a more harmonious and enlightened world. A society rooted in compassion would prioritize the well-being of all its members. It would ensure that everyone had access to basic necessities, such as food, shelter, healthcare, and education. It would value cooperation over competition, understanding that we can achieve far more together than we ever could alone. This shift in values would extend beyond our relationships with each other to encompass our relationship with the planet. We would recognize the Earth as a living being worthy of our respect and care, and we would act accordingly to protect and preserve its precious resources for generations to come. Every act of love, kindness, and compassion, no matter how small, creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond its immediate impact. When we choose to act from a place of love, we send out positive vibrations into the world, inspiring others to do the same. Just as a single candle can illuminate a dark room, a single act of kindness can brighten the lives of many. When we touch the lives of others with our love and compassion, we ignite a spark of hope and inspiration that can spread like wildfire. The transformation of the world begins within each of us. When we commit to our own inner work, to cultivating self-awareness, compassion, and love, we become agents of positive change in the world. As we embody these qualities in our own lives, we inspire others to do the same. We become living examples of the transformative power of love, demonstrating that a more peaceful, just, and compassionate world is indeed possible. We've explored the pervasive nature of selfishness in today's world, driven by technology, materialism, and fear. These forces often lead us away from our true selves, leaving us feeling empty and disconnected. Yet, as we've discovered, there is a path to break free from this cycle of suffering. Meditation offers a powerful tool for self-discovery, allowing us to quiet the mind and reconnect with our true nature, a place of peace, love, and wisdom. Through consistent practice, we begin to see through the illusion of separation, recognizing our interconnectedness with all beings. This shift in perspective has profound implications for how we live our lives. Our priorities naturally shift from taking to giving, from self-centeredness to compassion. We become more attuned to the suffering of others and are moved to act in ways that alleviate that suffering. The journey of self-realization is not a solitary pursuit. As we awaken to our true nature, we inspire others to do the same. Every act of kindness, every expression of love, creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond our immediate sphere of influence. Together, we can create a world where compassion, cooperation, and understanding prevail. Take the first step on your own journey of self-discovery today. Begin by setting aside a few minutes each day for quiet reflection or meditation. Observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment, and allow yourself to connect with the peace and stillness that reside within. As you embark on this journey, remember that you are not alone. Millions of people around the world are awakening to their true nature and working to create a more loving and compassionate world. Share your experiences, connect with others on the same path, and let us support each other in creating a brighter future for all. If this video moved you, please give it a like and subscribe to Love Academe for more inspiring content on mindfulness and self-awareness. Our mission is to foster a global community where every individual embraces the principles of love through a journey of personal awakening and transformation. Let's create a ripple of kindness and embrace the oneness that connects us all, because together we can build a world filled with compassion and understanding.